With the world becoming more unpredictable, being prepared is no longer just an option, it's a necessity. Whether it's natural disasters, economic downturns, or grid failures, having the right tools can make the difference between comfort and chaos. In this video, we're diving into 15 must-have items every prepper should get from Amazon right now. Whether you're new to prepping or a seasoned survivalist, these essentials are designed to keep you safe, fed, and ready for whatever comes your way. Emergencies don't send you a warning. When disaster strikes, having the right supplies ensures you and your family stay safe and self-reliant. Let's take a look at the best items available today that can give you peace of mind. Before we talk about high-tech gadgets and advanced survival tools, let's get down to the core of prepping: food. When disaster strikes, the first thing you'll notice disappearing from store shelves is food. But here's the good news. Amazon has just released some of the most reliable, long-lasting food storage options, and they're not what you'd expect. Item 1. Long-lasting food storage. We're talking about freeze-dried meals and canned goods that can last up to 25 years. Take, for instance, the Survival Fresh Canned Meats. The sealed and slow-cooked nature of these meats ensures their longevity and nutritional value over decades. Imagine being able to store high-quality protein that doesn't rely on refrigeration. That's a prepper's dream, and it's just a click away. Then there's the 30-day emergency food supply bucket. It's compact, lightweight, and packed with enough meals to last one person an entire month. More impressive is the variety of foods it contains, ensuring balanced nutrition even in the worst situations. You'll find everything from hearty soups to protein-packed breakfasts, nothing bland or boring. But why is this so crucial? In an emergency, access to fresh food will be one of the first things to vanish, and these long-lasting options allow you to stay fed while everyone else is scrambling. As everyone prepares to stock up on canned beans, you'll have a more diverse and sustainable food supply at your disposal. 2. Portable water filtration system. Before we talk about the importance of food and shelter, let's focus on something even more critical: water. Access to clean, drinkable water is the foundation of survival. Without it, nothing else matters. In an emergency, natural water sources like rivers or lakes might not be safe to drink due to contamination from chemicals, bacteria, or even harmful parasites. That's why a portable water filtration system is a must-have for any serious prepper. One of the best options out there is the Berkey or Lifesaver filtration system. These systems use multi-stage filtration, combining mechanical and carbon filters to remove harmful contaminants. Whether you're collecting rainwater or drawing from a stream, these filters can purify almost any water source, turning it into drinkable, safe water in minutes. What sets these filters apart is their portability and efficiency. You don't need to be near a power source. Just scoop up dirty water, run it through the filter, and you've got clean, safe hydration. Consider the critical role this device could play in the event of a compromise on public water supplies. It's the kind of tool that keeps you moving, whether you're on the go or sheltering in place. And here's something you might not know. These filtration systems aren't just for large amounts of water. You can also get compact, individual straw filters like the Life Straw, which are perfect for backpacking or bug-out bags. These can instantly purify water, making them indispensable for short-term survival scenarios. 3. Gas-powered portable generator. Before we talk about the why of gas-powered portable generators, let's consider a scenario. Imagine a scenario where a storm has brought down the power grid, leaving you in complete darkness. Now imagine that happening for days, or even weeks. That's where having a reliable generator becomes more than just a convenience. It becomes a lifeline. People often overlook gas-powered portable generators, unlike solar-powered ones, due to their perceived bulkiness or complexity. But modern models have come a long way. With options like the Westinghouse WH7500, these generators are compact, easy to transport, and powerful enough to keep essential appliances running. Here's the thing about power outages. They don't just cut the lights. They disrupt your access to food, as your fridge goes out, communication devices, and even your water supply. A gas-powered generator solves these problems by delivering enough juice to keep your critical systems online. Before you think, Why not just rely on solar? Let's talk reality. Solar generators are fantastic, but they depend on sunlight, something that might be hard to come by in a prolonged storm or in winter conditions. Gas-powered options, on the other hand, can work anytime, provided you have the fuel. Speaking of fuel, gas is usually easier to stockpile and access during emergencies. 5. Multi-tool section script. Before we talk about the next item, let's ask ourselves, what's the one tool you'd want if you could only grab one thing in a disaster? It's not a knife, not a flashlight, but a multi-tool. The beauty of a multi-tool lies in its versatility. It combines so many essential tools into one compact gadget, making it an absolute must-have for any prepper. Imagine being in a survival situation where every second counts. You don't have time to rummage through a heavy toolbox. With the right multi-tool, you have immediate access to pliers, screwdrivers, a knife, scissors, and even a saw, all in one. It's like carrying a toolbox in your pocket, but without the bulk. Companies such as Leatherman have mastered these tools, specifically designing options like the Signal Survival Multi-Tool for outdoor and survival situations. Even more interesting is that these tools aren't just for small fixes. In a life or death situation, you might find yourself using a multi-tool for everything from building a shelter to creating a fire. Some models even include fire starters, which could literally keep you warm through the night. And here's something a lot of people overlook. Multi-tools also come in handy for self-defense. A sharp blade or even a quick deployment of pliers could be just what you need to get out of a sticky situation. 5. UV water purification system. Before we talk about the importance of food and shelter, let's address something even more critical: water. You might think you have enough stored, but when disaster strikes, access to clean drinking water could be your biggest challenge. This is where a UV water purification system comes in. Unlike traditional filters, this system uses ultraviolet light to destroy harmful bacteria, viruses, and other microorganisms lurking in your water, making it safe to drink in minutes. Now, what makes UV systems stand out? They don't just remove physical particles like dirt or debris. Instead, they target the invisible threats, those dangerous pathogens that standard filters can miss. Think about it. Having a tool like this could be the difference between staying healthy or getting seriously ill when the water supply becomes compromised. And here's something most people don't know. UV purification isn't just for murky river water. It can also be a lifesaver for anyone relying on collected rainwater or other untreated sources. Pair this system with your emergency water storage, and suddenly, you have a reliable, long-term solution for hydration, no matter what happens. 6. Freeze-dried food. Before we talk about the importance of having tools and shelter during a crisis, let's focus on something even more fundamental: food. When it comes to long-term survival, freeze-dried food is one of the smartest investments you can make. Why? Because it offers a shelf life of up to 30 years. That's right, 30 years of peace of mind, knowing that no matter what happens, your food won't spoil. But here's where it gets interesting. Unlike traditional canned goods, freeze-dried food is incredibly lightweight and retains 97% of its original nutrients. That means you're not just eating to survive, you're eating to stay healthy and energized during those tough times. You can store meals like meats, fruits, and vegetables without worrying about refrigeration, making them ideal for both long-term storage and bug-out bags. The beauty of freeze-dried food is in its quick preparation. With just a little water, these meals rehydrate into full, flavorful dishes. Imagine having spaghetti, beef stew, or even tropical fruits when the world outside is in chaos. Sounds comforting, right? And here's something many people overlook. Variety matters in your stockpile. Having freeze-dried fruits like apples and bananas, or proteins like beef and chicken, can boost morale. In tough situations, eating the same thing every day can wear you down. These options give you flexibility and a taste of normalcy, two things you'll desperately need. Now, there's another reason freeze-dried food is so popular among preppers. It's compact. You can store months' worth of food in a fraction of the space compared to canned goods or other emergency food supplies. This makes it easy to keep a robust stockpile, even if you don't have a ton of storage space. Item 7. First aid kit. Before we talk about the importance of stockpiling food or gathering tools, there's something we often overlook that could be the most critical in an emergency: a comprehensive first aid kit. In a crisis, professional medical help might not be available, and the last thing you want is to be unprepared for injuries that can happen at any time. Your first aid kit isn't just about bandages and gauze. It's about having the right supplies for everything from minor cuts to major wounds. Things like antibiotic ointments, antiseptic wipes, and medical gloves can prevent infections, which could be life-threatening when hospitals are out of reach. In situations where even a small injury can become a big problem, you'll want to be fully stocked. But let's not stop there. What if someone suffers a serious injury, like a deep cut or heavy bleeding? This is where tourniquets and hemostatic agents come into play. These aren't everyday items you'd find in a regular household kit, but in a survival scenario, they can be the difference between life and death. These tools are designed to stop severe bleeding fast, giving you precious time until further medical help can be arranged, if it ever comes. You'll also want pain relievers like ibuprofen, which can help manage discomfort from injuries or illnesses. When you're dealing with survival situations, staying sharp and focused is key, and untreated pain can cloud your judgment. And don't forget about trauma shears, essential for cutting through clothing to access wounds or injuries quickly. The value of a well-prepared first aid kit goes far beyond basic care. It's your frontline defense in a world where medical services might no longer be available. 8. Fire starting tools. Before we talk about the essential gear for staying warm and cooking food, let's consider a critical question. What if your usual methods of lighting a fire fail? Matches get wet, lighters run out of fuel, but the need for fire never goes away. In a survival situation, fire is more than just comfort, it's life. Whether you're heating your shelter, purifying water, or cooking food, fire-starting tools are a prepper's best friend. One of the most reliable fire-starting tools you can add to your kit is a ferrocerium rod, often referred to as a ferro rod. Unlike matches, these rods work in almost any condition: rain, snow, wind, you name it. With just a strike, you can generate thousands of high-temperature sparks that can ignite tinder in seconds. It's lightweight, incredibly durable, and outlasts traditional fire-starting methods by hundreds, if not thousands, of uses. Now, pair this with waterproof matches as a backup, and you've covered all your bases. If your primary method fails, you can rely on the simple yet powerful tool of waterproof matches. Coated to withstand moisture, these matches light easily, even after submerging in water. But here's something many preppers overlook: magnesium fire starters. Magnesium blocks can burn at over 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, making them perfect for starting a fire in difficult conditions. By scraping off a bit of magnesium and striking it with a ferro rod, you create an intense flame that will ignite almost any material, even damp tinder. So, with the right tools like a ferro rod, waterproof matches, and magnesium fire starters in your survival kit, you're covered for virtually any scenario. 9. Rainwater collection system. Before we talk about the importance of having a rainwater collection system in your prepper setup, imagine this. You've got all your supplies in order: food, tools, and even a portable stove. But the one thing you're running out of is clean water. In any survival situation, water quickly becomes the most precious resource. Without a reliable source, your well-laid plans could fall apart. That's why having a rainwater collection system is not just a nice addition to your gear, but an absolute necessity. Now, what makes these systems so powerful is their ability to provide a renewable water source. Whether it's for drinking, cooking, or even washing, this system allows you to harvest nature's most abundant resource directly from your environment. What many people don't realize is that with just a little preparation, you can gather hundreds of gallons of water in a short time. You can set up rain barrels, such as the popular 65-gallon models, in any backyard. Often, you can connect these to your home's gutter system, simplifying the process of stockpiling water for the next storm. Some barrels even come with built-in filters, ensuring that the water you collect is clean enough for various uses. But it's not just about storing water. The best systems include purification setups, so you're ready no matter what contaminants may be present in your environment. You can safeguard yourself even in the event of a compromised water supply by integrating your rainwater collection with filtration methods such as carbon filters or UV purifiers. 10. Insect repellent. Before we talk about food, water, and shelter, let's address something that can make your survival a nightmare: insects. When you're out in the wild or dealing with an emergency situation, insects aren't just annoying, they're dangerous. Mosquitoes, ticks, and other pests can carry diseases like malaria or Lyme disease, which can become a serious problem when medical help isn't available. That's why insect repellent should be a priority in any prepper's kit. But we're not talking about your everyday store-bought sprays. You need something that's powerful, long-lasting, and able to handle extreme conditions. High-DEET repellents, for example, offer the best protection. Look for products with at least 30 to 50% DEET. They not only repel mosquitoes, but also work against ticks and other biting insects. Imagine yourself out gathering firewood or setting up camp when suddenly mosquitoes swarm you. If you don't have the appropriate repellent, you risk exposure to potential infections that could jeopardize your entire survival plan. Some of the top-rated repellents also offer sweat-proof formulas, which means they won't easily wear off during intense activities. Another key item to consider is mosquito netting. While sprays work great for personal protection, mosquito nets provide a physical barrier when you're resting or sleeping. Combined with a solid insect repellent, this can differentiate between a safe night's sleep and waking up covered in bites. 11. Solar-powered camp stove. Next on the list is the BioLite Solar Camp Stove, a portable cooking solution that uses solar energy. It's perfect for heating food or boiling water when traditional fuel sources aren't available. Plus, the built-in solar charger can power small devices, offering a two-in-one solution for survival cooking and basic power needs. 12. Hand tools. When there's no electricity, manual labor becomes essential. Tools like hammers, shovels, and saws are crucial for building shelters or making repairs. These hand tools can be lifesavers when you need to clear debris, dig trenches, or even build a firewood stockpile. Having a basic tool set ensures you're ready for any situation. 13. Portable solar power bank. A solar power bank is another must-have for keeping your small devices charged. These portable power sources use the sun to recharge, so you'll have a sustainable way to keep your phone or other essentials running in case of a long-term power outage. In a survival situation, communication can be critical, and having a reliable charger keeps you connected. 14. Emergency shelter. You never know when you'll need to set up a shelter quickly. Amazon has a range of portable tents and tarps designed for easy deployment. These can provide essential protection from the elements, whether you're camping out or simply need a backup shelter at home. Staying dry and sheltered is key to maintaining your health in a survival scenario. 15. Wood-burning stove. Finally, the Lenordica wood-burning stove is an excellent long-term solution for cooking and heating when fuel sources are limited. It's especially useful if you're in a cold climate, providing heat and a reliable way to cook food without relying on gas or electricity. This stove is a game changer for anyone serious about off-grid living. So, there you have it. 15 essential prep items that you can get on Amazon right now. From long-lasting food storage to emergency shelters and power solutions, these tools can help you stay prepared for any crisis. Don't wait until it's too late. Check out these items and start building your emergency kit today. Having the right supplies can make all the difference when disaster strikes. Stay prepared, stay safe, and always be ready for the unexpected.